tomorrow, for a change, we're going to go to a waterfall. Living in Diego Martin, it's very easy to go to the Blue Basin Waterfall as it's very close to my home. As we're going to some place that's very close, we decided we won't carry lunch, but instead we'll prepare lunch and come back to my home and have lunch here after we're finished at the waterfall. So tonight I'm just doing some of the prep work for lunch for tomorrow. It's going to be a very simple lunch. Either it's going to be a potato salad and either pork or stewed chicken. So I'm just doing some of the prep work right now, getting everything ready. It's not going to be a complicated potato salad. Some sweet peppers with some pimentos, and we'll use some canned corn and some carrots. So I'm just going to go on and do some of the prep work now. Well, dicing up the sweet potatoes. And by the way, folks, this is not Guy Fieri and his grocery games where people get 30 minutes to prepare some fantastic meal. Unfortunately, I'm not that good. So it will take me a while in this video to do that. So I may cut out some parts so that you may miss some of the action in between, because I can't do these meals in 30 minutes. So I'm doing the prep work now, but the actual potato salad, I'll make that tomorrow morning before we leave. So just doing this so that in the morning I have less work to do. And make the salad before we leave, and then when we come back from the waterfall, we'll do the pork and then sit and have lunch. As I say, waterfall is very close to my home, so it's easy for us to go up there, spend 2 hours, and reach back home just around lunchtime. And then pimento peppers, I like them. I find they add a nice flavor to the potato salad. And we're not going to, unlike others who just take potato and open a tin of peas and carrots, no, not doing that. Carrots, we'll take actual carrots and steam those, but none of the peas. Not because I don't like peas, but because of the salt content in those tins of peas and carrots. So I tend to leave that out of my potato. When making my potato salad, I leave the skin on because the skin is full of niacin, which is good for the body. However, I make sure and thoroughly scrub the outside of the potato to get rid of any dirt that would have been on the skin. Also, where some people like to put the potato whole and then sit and take a hot potato and peel it or dice it, I cut the potatoes up beforehand and put them to soak in water. And then, when it's time to boil, I simply change that water for fresh water and let the potato boil. When it's already cut up in cubes, the time for boiling is much less. So in other words, get the potato salad made faster than the heat having to go through the whole large potato. Much quicker if you dice it up beforehand. tomorrow morning, when I'm boiling and putting everything together, I'll show you that stage of the process. Plus, lunchtime when we get back and we do the pork. So see you in the morning.
There are records beginning from 1830 of persons going to visit the Blue Basin Waterfall, and in 1889, 1893, and 1895, different persons have written about the Blue Basin Waterfall, plus painted and photographed these falls. As you will see later in the video, the waterfall has not changed in over 100 years. In the past, these were two lovely bathing pools called doubler pools, but now sediment has filled them. I have a link in the video description that gives the origin of the name. We have chosen to do the hike to the waterfall by following the river upstream. Richard Bush kindly consented to my using his family photo from 1920 in this video, and you can see that the waterfall's appearance has not changed in over 100 years. Look how clear the water is in this pool. Part of the path going back. For our return journey, we have chosen the much easier route of using the concrete path, which is in good condition except for 2 sections where the concrete has collapsed. There's a link in the video description that shows cameras similar to the one that I use to capture underwater. For those interested in visiting the Blue Basin Waterfall, I have placed a link in the video description that gives the driving route to the waterfall.
Okay, now it's time to get the fresh seasonings that will go in. Little fine leaf thyme and some chive straight from the garden. No chemicals here. And a little garlic chive to go inside it. That should be enough for the salad. Okay, so now we're going to mix all our ingredients for the potato salad. Potato that we had cubed and boiled last night. Carrots that this morning we cut up and steamed. Corn, we've drained out all the liquids out of the out of the tin of corn. Our various peppers that we had also diced up. The fine leaf thyme, we just stripping it off the leaf and sprinkling it around. We chip up some of the thyme. Now we add some mayonnaise, not too much. You can always add more afterwards. Need a bigger spoon. And we mix everything together. As we start mixing, we add a little black pepper. And then continue to mix. And we are done. Let's bring the camera a little closer so you could see. There is our finished potato salad.
We're gonna start the pork chops. We're gonna fry it and we're gonna use some butter in the frying pan. We have two frying pans because we wanna make sure that we don't have to use the first one twice. So we have a little butter, which we're going to put as our base to fry the pork chop. So butter goes in, and once the butter melts down, we're going to put in the pork chops. It should be any moment. This one is nicely caramelizing here. Also nicely caramelizing. And we have our pork chop seasoned already.
So what you season it with?
Oh, very simple. I use a little garlic, onion, some Angostura bitters, some soy sauce, salt and black pepper, and a little bit of Worcester sauce. So this one here we could start and put it in. Also put it in here. Put this one through. Okay. The fire needs to be a little higher. So you're going to fill it up a little bit good. And finally the last one will go here. Right, so we're going to let that just simmer down for a little while. Let it start to get brown on one side. We turn it over and cover it. Meanwhile, we put back the butter. That's what we need. Pork chop is sizzling on nicely on this fire here. This is how we want it. One could be everything nicely. Alright. So we want it nicely seared on both sides. So right now it's trying to get a nice sear on the first side. Alright, so we have our pork chop that has been searing on one side for the last 5 minutes. We're going to flip it just shortly so that we can proceed to cover the pot. Now this is a nice color here. I'll put it this way. Alright. Put it in the pot. This will fit nicely on this side here once we flip it. Alright. So that is one side there that has been seared, and we're going to do the next to the other frying pan. Alright, just put one more in the middle. Alright, so what we're going to do is we add a little bit of water so that we can cook it down on a slower fire and cover it. After which we add some more seasoning to get a little bit of gravy. So for both, we're going to turn down the fire a little bit. Both of them. Sorry. This is the one here. Alright. This cover will go here. This cover will go here.
If you like the content, please share this video. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Zin. I mean, while we are waiting for the pork to finish cook, we can now mix and have a little libation and open the appetite while we wait. And now the finished product. In result, our morning's hike, we're going to drink